She might watch everything, yes? Okay, good. So, ladies, and we are going to start with a quick revision of crime vocabulary, yes? And I'm going to share the crime words and phrases with you. Here we go. Yes, we've got some phrases, some words, whatever. I'd like you to choose any 5 words or phrases from this part and write them down in your copybook. So, how many do you choose?
5.
5. All right. Okay, Erin, have you got 5?
Yes.
Yes, Elmira, how about you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, ladies, please work together to explain the words to your partner. Listen to your partner really carefully and try to understand what word or phrase your partner means. For example, if the police doesn't catch the criminals, Erin, the criminals
Get away.
get away. Yes, get away. Now, please, ladies, work together and explain the words you've chosen. Begin.
First word, it's thief or a robber, a common name for thieves, robbers, murderers.
If it's a noun, it's a crime. If it's a person, it's a criminal. No?
Criminal, person.
Ага. Так. Так, police are searching for some who a museum. Police
Steal,
um,
stole.
who this person take some money, but
It's
before
a thief.
ну, пусть,
It's a person or action.
action. Action.
Stole or steal.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Close the door with a key.
Lock.
Yes.
Так. Блин. It's services who helps us in when something happened.
Emergency services.
Yes.
Condition of a person who met a murderer or some criminal who has a knife, and this condition requires to call to emergency services.
Maybe jail. Jail.
No.
Mm,
A person has serious wounds.
um, person, the murderer, robber, maybe.
No, this victim is alive, but he or she has a serious disease.
Badly hurt.
Yes.
Yes. Oof. Oh. Так. It's situation when victims to talk about this terrible situation.
Claim.
Maybe yes, a claim and in other words.
Report.
Yes, yes.
Okay. It's a person who was affected by a criminal.
By attacked.
Was affected.
Affected. Так, jail? Опять с этим jail?
No.
No?
A person.
A person. Witness.
Who suffer from criminal. Suffer due to criminal.
Не witness?
No. We witness saw how criminal attacked this person.
Так, victim, что ли?
Yes.
Так. This situation when bad people live in a prison, but sometimes before, sometimes after this situation, he comes here from prison.
Free to free. And what the police do with criminals?
Так.
What the policemen have to do with criminals?
Maybe trap. Maybe.
And when they trap them, they.
Блин, осуждать. Thief? Нет, как это? Осуждать еще как-то было.
No, they before police send criminals to the prison.
Before this, да?
When they catch the criminals, they make some action.
Trial. Нет, trial, я не знаю.
When the police catch the criminals or gang.
Trap, да? Trap, их ловят.
They trapped criminals, and after that use.
Jail, мой любимый, jail.
No.
Я поняла, это судят, ну, типа, да, осуждают, но я не знаю, как это будет.
Сейчас. The moment when the police were the criminals a special
Арест, господи.
Yes.
Что-то я его даже вообще.
Your turn.
this situation when criminal try to run from police.
Get away.
Yes.
That's all. I don't have
Yeah.
any words.
Yes, all the words. Okay. So some of them were a bit of a challenge, but that's good. That's the way we remember them. Elmir, could you repeat your first word? I think the word was not really correct. So can you explain once
Да,
again?
я просто ну подходит. Я уже забыла. что я
Подходит,
хотела.
объясню почему. So explain the first word.
Да, yes, this situation when some criminals проникают,
Да?
вламывают.
Break into.
Да, into, вот это слово я хотела объяснить, но у меня не получилось.
Ваше объяснение было хорошее, но другое слово. Вы говорили так. This is when a criminal takes the money from the bank, for example.
Да.
It's the verb.
Steal.
I think the better word is to rob. Because you can
Rob.
rob
Yes.
a
Yes.
bank, but you
Там,
can
here, talk about museum.
museum. Okay, but anyway, you can't
And
steal a museum.
I thought that.
Uh-huh. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
You can rob a museum, right?
Rob.
But you
Mhm.
can't steal a museum. You can steal money, you can steal some souvenirs, I don't know, jewelry, and so on. Yes? The rest was very nice. Yes, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Now just a little moment. No, I'm sorry, it was wrong. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to write a sentence here just in a little second. Так, how do I do it now? Wow, wow, wow. Ladies, I need a moment to understand how to do it smaller now. Yeah, so Zoom has made some updates. Так, окей. Как все вернуть обратно? Yeah, right here. Okay, so I've got a sentence here. I'd like you to look at it and help me with the form that is missing here. All right? Just a second for you to work individually to look at the whole sentence. Elmir, what is missing?
He had already been in jail.
That's okay. He had already been in jail. Before, by the time
he was 30.
Okay, exactly. Erin, why do we need to use past perfect here?
I can't see anything. I see навигатор на вашей доске сообщений.
Так. Давайте перезагружу. Эльмир, and do you see?
I see.
Okay, я перезагружу. Just a second. Да, Эрин?
Да.
Yes. Is it better now? All right.
Yes.
Did you have to click anything? Yes.
Yes.
So he had already been in jail by the time he was 30. So, Erin, the question to you, why do we use past perfect in here?
Because it's action before another past action.
Okay, which one?
He had already been in jail.
Yes, he had already been before
he was 30.
30, exactly, before he was 30. And can I use a shorter form here? Can I shorten somehow, Elmir?
He'd already.
Yeah, so I don't have to say he had, I can shorten and say he'd He'd already been. He'd already been. What do you think? Do people usually say he had been or he'd been?
He'd
He'd
been.
been.
He'd been, yeah? So it's more natural to use short forms. Let's practice the pronunciation a bit, all right? And we will practice this past perfect in pronunciation. Okay. I'll just share it with you. Okay. So here I've got 4 sentences. All of them have past perfect, and in all of them you'll see short form. First, ladies, I'd like you just to listen and notice how we use short form or contraction. Okay, just listen and notice how we use the.
Unit 4, Recording 7. 1.
We'd reported it 4 times before the police finally came round.
2.
He'd been to jail several times before.
3.
I couldn't believe they hadn't arrested him before.
4.
It was scary because nothing like that had ever happened to me before.
Nothing like that had, yeah? Nothing like that, yeah? So this is probably not the very comfortable. That had ever happened. That had ever happened before. Okay. Now we're going to listen and repeat the sentences. Try to use short forms as you repeat. Please mute yourselves. Good job.
Unit 4, Recording 7. 1.
We'd reported it 4 times before the police finally came round.
2.
He'd been to jail several times before.
3.
I couldn't believe they hadn't arrested him before.
4.
It was scary because nothing like that had ever happened to me before.
5. Turn back. Okay. Now we are going to do it one more time, but I'd like only one person to repeat, all right? Let's go ahead.
Unit 4, Recording 7. 1.
We'd reported it 4 times before the police finally came round.
Erin, try it out.
We reported it 4 times before the police finally came around.
Okay, brilliant.
2.
He'd been to jail several times before.
Elmir,
He'd been to jail several times before.
very good.
3.
I couldn't believe they hadn't arrested him before.
Erin,
I couldn't believe they hadn't arrested him before.
very good. Okay.
4.
It was scary because nothing like that had ever happened to me before.
Elmira,
It was scary because nothing like that had ever happened to me before.
ladies, such great job. Beautiful. Very good. Very good. So if possible, use short forms. Of course, if it is a little bit uncomfortable, like here, you can say had, yeah? But still try to stick to short forms where possible. We are going to try it out right now. Yes. And here in number 6, I've got some sentences for you. You'll need to complete the sentences using past simple or past perfect, yeah? Remember, you first need to identify what was the first action. And the first action will be, Erin,
Past perfect.
Past perfect. Okay. So ladies, take 2 minutes to do it yourselves. Mhm. A little more time.
Yes.
All right. Mhm. 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 Okay, shall we check?
Yes.
Right, Elmira?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's see what we have. So then, Elmira, you start with the first one.
It was a real shock. Nothing like that had happened to me before.
Yes. And do you think you can use a short form here?
No,
No. Okay. Nothing like that.
that
Nothing like that had happened before. Hmm?
Mm,
Try out.
nothing like that had happened to me before.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Very good. Erin, go on.
By the time the police got there, the gang had got away.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Elmira, go on.
Like it was the third time she'd been the victim of that kind of crime.
Yes, okay. She'd been the victim. All right. Erin, go on. Number 4.
She stood up to leave the cafe and then suddenly realized that someone had taken her bag.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Elmir, your turn.
Mm, He'd been in prison for 6 months before the trial started.
Okay, but trial. Yeah, trial. Okay, good. And Erin, you?
The emergency services didn't arrive until about an hour after we'd rang them.
Okay, Erin, and this one, the emergency services didn't
Didn't arrived.
why arrived? If it is didn't,
Didn't arrive.
yes, didn't arrive. Yes. Okay, we drank. All the same?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any questions here?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's so cool. All right, that's lovely. Then, ladies, let's talk a little bit about you, right? So I'd like you to think about your life experience, yes, about your life, and complete these sentences to make them true for you. For example, until I was 18, I don't know, whatever. I hadn't finished school, for example. Yes, that's not true for me. All right, so look at the sentences and complete them with your own ideas. Some of them might be not about you. For example, 5, 4, yes? So you can use any ideas you like, all right? Yes. So once again, the sentences can be true, the sentences can be imagined. Yes, especially number 4 and 5, they will be definitely imagined. Okay. Elmir, how many sentences have you got so far?
I have 4 sentences.
Oh, okay, one more. Erin and you?
4 sentence too.
4. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have then, right? Let's see your possible endings for each sentence. So, Irin, start with the first place.
Yeah, maybe I start from second.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
I decided to be a doctor after my grandmother had got ill very serious.
Seriously. Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay, okay. Right. Elmir, and you?
Until I was 8, I tried to smoke. I tried to smoke.
Until обычно используется с negative. Было бы хорошо, если бы так, until I was 18, I hadn't tried to smoke.
Мгм.
И было бы лучше для здоровья тоже. Yes. So let's keep it negative, all right?
Ага, хорошо.
Elmir, and as the second also for you then?
I decided to lose weight after I'd had been second birth.
Okay, after I'd given,
I'd been second birth.
I'd given.
I'd given.
Mhm.
Okay.
After I'd given the second birth. Okay, also good sentence. Very nice. Irin, what about 3?
When I got to home, I realized that I left my bag in the university.
Okay, such an upsetting situation. Elmir, and you? What about number 3 for you?
When I got to home, I realized that I hadn't locked the door.
Yes. That I hadn't locked the door. Oh my gosh. So that means the door was open the whole day.
Uh-huh.
Yes, all right. Elmir, then try number 4.
Criminal was arrested after he'd stolen jewelry.
Okay, right. Erin, and you?
The thief was arrested.
Oops.
Так, что-то да.
So internet is breaking up today a bit. Yes, let's wait a second. Oh, Erin? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The thief was,
Yes, please.
was arrested after a witness had called to police.
Yes, after the witness had called the police. All right.
No.
That is fine. Erin, and then number 5 for you?
By the time the police arrived, of crime. Of the crime.
Okay, Erin, could you repeat please one more time?
By the time the police arrived, the gang had got away from place of crime.
Yes, okay. And okay, yes, there is a good word of place of the crime. How would you call it? It's very easy. It's just very similar to Russian way. The
Yes.
crime scene. It's called the crime scene.
Crime scene.
Yes, как сцена, да? The crime scene.
А,
Yes. All right. That's fine. Elmir, and you? How about number 5?
By the time police arrived, the man had been badly hurt.
Oh gosh, all right. Ladies, really nice sentences. Erin, have you got idea for the first one? So, Erin, have you got an idea for the first sentence? No?
Crime place.
So for the second, for the first sentence.
Until I was 19, это получается до того, как мне исполнилось. Until I was 19, I hadn't been to foreign countries.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, ladies, thank you. Your sentences were really, really good. Let's get back to crime. And last time we read, I'm sorry, 3 crime stories. Can you remember a little bit what happened in these crime stories? What was the problem? Whatever. Eden, do you remember any of them? You can speak about one that you choose.
Yes, the first story, it's a short story for all people, because the story told us about a strange man who weared in a bear suit, and he scared cops and other visitors of natural reserve,
Yes.
and no one realized why this man made this performance
Yes.
this time.
Yes. Did the police catch him to ask?
No, he could get away.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eden, tell me, please, was it a shocking story or shocked story?
Shocking story.
That's right. A shocking story. Yes. Okay. And Eden, where? What's the past form? It's a regular verb.
Where were born?
Born. Yes. Where were born? So he wore. Yeah.
He
Something.
wore
Right. And what did he wear once again?
bear suit.
It was not a suit, it was a costume, yes?
Costume.
Because a suit is something formal you wear to the office,
Mhm.
yeah? So it was a costume. Okay, right. No one knows why he did it. Right. Elmir, what about second story? What happens there? Second or third? It's up to you.
Second story, it's about government minister
Mm-hmm.
who was just в общем, who want to increase spending on cycle lanes,
Yes.
but he had shocked when he saw that his bicycle had been stolen.
All right. All right. What did he do after that?
He called to his driver to pick up him from the station.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, yeah, he was very motivated to get some investment, right? But it didn't work very much. Okay. Эльмир, tell me once again, how do you say позвонить в полицию, позвонить своему водителю, whatever?
He called to police.
You don't need to after call in English. Yes, call the driver, call the police, call me, whatever. Yeah. All right. Good job. Erin, and what about the last story?
It's a fun story for people who were around the thief, because the thief got stuck in the window when he wanted to break into the flat. And the 2 students found out this funny picture, and before they called the police, they had made a lot of photos with this thief. After that, when emergency services arrived, they also made a lot of photos with thief, and just after that they they got rescuing them,
Him.
him. And it was very good for criminal, because he had been in this position for 5 hours.
Yes, before he was rescued, yes.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, well, funny situation for the witnesses, but not a funny situation for the criminal,
Yes.
obviously, right? Okay. Erin, once again, please, photos or selfies, what's the verb?
Make.
Take.
Take.
Take photos, take selfies. Take. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Very, very good. Now, ladies, we are going to listen to two people discussing any of these stories. Please listen and tell me which story are they talking about and how do they feel about it? All right? So which of these 3 stories are they discussing and how do they feel about it? Ready to listen?
Yes.
Yes, let's go.
Unit 4, Recording 8.
Did you see that thing about the guy who got stuck trying to break in at a university?
No. What was that?
Oh, it was really funny. These 2 students were coming home after a night out somewhere, and they suddenly saw this guy stuck, upside down, with his legs trapped in a window.
What? I don't get it. I mean, how did that happen?
I guess he'd tried to climb in through the window, and it had somehow closed and trapped him. So he was just stuck there.
Seriously? So what did they do?
Well, this is the funny bit. They started talking to him and realised what had happened and decided to call the police. But first, they made a video of him and took loads of photos.
That's not very nice.
And then, when the police came, they did exactly the same.
Well, that's not very professional.
Oh, come on. It's funny. And it's his own fault for breaking in. Anyway, when they finally freed him, he said he'd been there for 5 hours or something.
Sorry, but I just think it's cruel to leave someone like that while you're making fun of them. No one deserves that.
Okay, so Elmir, what story are they talking about?
They talked about stories number 3.
Yes, about the robber who got stuck, yes, in the window. Yes. Erin, and how are they feeling about the situation?
They have different feelings. Man thought that it was a funny story, but a woman said that it's cruel to
Make fun?
To make fun this situation.
That's right. So she didn't find it very funny, actually, but he did. Exactly. Okay. Ladies, are you ready for some more crime stories today? Yes. All right. So I'm going to, just a moment. I'm going to send each of you a crime story in the chat. You need to check it out. One story is totally crazy. I don't know who will get it, yes, but that's amazing. By the way, both stories are true stories. I mean, not only these, but all the stories we read and see, they are all true stories. Yes. Okay, so Elmira, story for you. Irina, a story for you. Yes. All right. So, ladies, I'd like you to download the stories, read the stories, check them out if you understand everything. If yes, then brilliant. If not, feel free to ask me. Мгм. Эльмир, does it work?
Он куда-то его скачал, и я не могу найти куда.
Господа, yes.
Да. Вот,
Yes? Okay,
всё,
perfect.
есть.
Мгм. Erin, all good, all clear?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Read it one more time, please. And I'd like you to find all past perfect sentences, yes, that you can see here. If it is possible, you can highlight them or just somehow, you know, so that you notice them. Elmira, do you understand what happened in your story?
Yes, I generally understand.
But it's crazy. You've got a crazy story. It's crazy to imagine what happened. After you tell us the story, I will show you the picture so that you really can understand what happened. It's crazy. Right. Elmir, do the same, please. Read it one more time more carefully, okay? Highlight past perfect examples, yes?
Мгм.
And ladies, in 3-4 minutes, be ready to tell us about your story. Mhm. So you prepare, I will get back to you just in a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, ladies, ready to tell us what happened in the stories?
Yes.
Yes. Elmira, no?
Yes,
Please.
it's difficult.
Yes.
Difficult, yes.
Okay, let's try it out. So, Erin, would you like to start and tell us? Mhm.
Yes. It was nearly the perfect crime. The owner of the the apartment in Montreal, Canada, had hidden her jewelry and computers, and had smashed a back window before ringing the police. When she rang the police, the Indian-born policeman answered her and took the
Report.
report.
Mhm.
When he arrived, he found out the woman. He found
Mhm. Mhm.
found out the woman who was screaming and crying, and she said that the thief had broken had
Mhm.
broken in through the window
Mhm.
and had taken everything. And when the officer was notice her speech, the telephone rang. It was her French speaking father, and she started to explain him in French that it was a trick to claim her money
Mhm.
by the insurance from the insurance, and she couldn't realize that the Indian-born officer had understood every word that he said, her father, because he knows 7 languages, including French. And after that, he said that he no, he had noticed.
He had
She had
noticed.
noticed 10 pages in her notebook,
Notebook.
in
Okay.
his notebook.
Okay, okay. That's such an embarrassing mistake, yes, and very foolish mistake, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Erin. Very, very good one. So she had, before she called the police, she had hidden everything, yes?
And had smashed back window.
Yes, okay, got it. Very good, very good. Elmir, would you like to tell us the story you've just read?
I try.
Yes, go ahead.
Man, it's a story about man who trapped inside
Mhm.
in ATM past.
Yes.
Банкомата, я так поняла.
Yes, ATM, in the ATM machine. I'll write
In
it.
the ATM machine,
Uh-huh.
through the front of the cash machine. Once in Wednesday night,
Mhm.
when he was changing the lock on a Bank of America door, he stuck.
Yeah.
He stuck, and he'd left his phone and the car in his truck.
Yes.
Then this man passed notes through the machine to customs, taking out cash and asking them to help him.
Yes.
Наконец, не знаю как.
Finally? Finally.
Finally, someone called the police
Mhm.
who heard the voice coming into this ATM.
Right.
And officer
Uh-huh.
broke and feed the man.
Yes, and freed the man. How long had he been there in the ATM machine? Do you know?
No, I don't
No,
know.
we don't know. Yes, I read the news, the real news, and he'd spent there for, well, a couple of hours before he was freed. That was extremely difficult to imagine. So, do you imagine an ATM machine? Yes.
It's
He
a
got
little.
stuck inside. Yes,
Mhm.
I'll show you the photos later. That's just ridiculous. Yes. So it's a real story. Have a look. He looked like that. Yes. And he passed the notes because he could not call his partner, as he had, yes, as Elmira said, he had left his phone in the car. Yes, and this is what the machine looked like. Yes, and he got stuck inside. Yeah, so absolutely crazy, and no one could really believe that anyone passes the notes. People thought it was a joke or something. Yes, and no one believed it. Yes, after the lesson, so here you see this ATM machine. Who can believe? Who can think that there is a person inside? Yeah, no one. Yes, and after the lesson I will send you the video, where the policeman makes an interview, and tells what had happened. That's just crazy. Yes. Okay, good.
How he broke into this machine?
He was the worker and he had the key. Yeah. So he was not trying to steal anything. Elmir, is it right? Was he a mechanic or something? He was the worker,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Yes. So he had the key, but he locked himself somehow. Yes. Right. Okay. Erin, which story did you like best of all? We had many crime stories. Which was the best story for you?
The first place for men wore bear costume.
Right.
But the Elmira story, last story, compared it is with men, bear men.
Right. Okay. Ilmir, and you, which story did you like best of all among all of them?
Yeah, so the best story is the last story.
The last one.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, because you can never think that it can happen in the real life. Yes, I also liked the story that Irina told us because it is so foolish. Yes, and the woman was just about to get the money from the insurance company and stuff. Yes, but such a stupid mistake. Yes, she could tell her father that she would just call him later. Yes, but not telling him everything. That's also funny. Okay, so ladies, anyway, I'm going to send you the video of the last story. Check it out, it's so interesting. And yes, actually, we are finishing with the crime. Yes, if you still don't feel very confident, yes, about vocabulary practice in Quizlet, and I will also ask you to do a bit of writing. Yes, please do not ignore it. I'll be waiting for it from you. Yes, check out your homework on Telegram, just as usual, and have a lovely evening today. See you next time. Yes, all right.
Bye-bye.
See you, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.